out, and now, we work very, very directly and very closely in some relationships with interior designers and architects, and it's one of those things where for us it was a trial and error process for us because we didn't have any experience working with those people. Working with homeowners is easy because we're homeowners ourselves, and so we're working with people who are very much like we are. And when you start working with architects and designers, you're working with a little bit different animal. And there was a lot of trial and error along the way, and there was a lot of things that we learned along the way. And that's sort of the purpose of this seminar, is to teach people or educate them a little bit about what's involved in working with architects and designers, how it differs from working with homeowners. And we did early on is started to use our knowledge about who we are and what we do to provide a little bit of education in a very gentle way to the people that were writing the specs. And then that actually turned into, years later, we actually started to help write some specs for some architects and interior designers because they trusted us who we were. Because along the way, as we would start to help them adjust their specs a little bit, we would see a spec that would come through for a side mount, under mount, ball bearing, self-close, soft close, epoxy coated drawer slide. So if you took all the drawer slides you ever saw and put them in a bucket and stirred it up really quick, that was the spec you would get, and it was crazy. So then you'd have to clarify it. And in the beginning, we were always like, oh, I'm going to have to call this architect and clarify this. It's the wrong attitude to take. It's an opportunity to make contact. And anytime you have an opportunity to make contact, it's an opportunity to start to develop a relationship. What they're doing, and they're using that as a way to differentiate their bid. You can differentiate your bid. You can, show that your shop is more qualified. You can show that you can meet or exceed their expectations, timing, schedule, quality of shop drawings. Quality of shop drawings is a freaking big deal for us. I've got architects and designers that oftentimes will say, you know what, I really like the way Exclusive Woodworking does their shop drawings. Let's have them do this room, and this room. Maybe it's a really big project and the client doesn't want to, maybe for a timing standpoint, they want to use more than one mill worker so that they can compress the schedule. Maybe they have a less expensive mill worker that they can use to do the kids' bathrooms in the laundry room or whatever, and then they're going to use someone who's a step or two up for some of the premium areas. And we have that happen where, I've heard come back to me say, hey, you know what? Let's use Exclusive because we like their shop drawings. And I always laugh because, you know what? At the end of the day, the client's not buying my shop drawings. They're buying the product that I'm installing in the room. The shop drawings are a bunch of paper that are going to get crumpled up and thrown away. But the architects and designers, it's a big deal. So homeowners like to see renderings and pretty pictures. Here's some takeaways from today. Contact your current architects and designers, set up a meeting to review current sample specifications, set up a company-wide policy to make sure that all work involving design professionals proceeds in a uniform, professional manner. Review your shop drawing procedure to make sure that you're providing the information that the design professional requires. Make sure that you're using signed contracts, no purchase orders in all cases, never working from a purchase order, and review your sample submission process. And certainly we talked about many other things, and there's probably a lot of things that we didn't talk about